Ollie, you've had a lot of your younger guys flash some talent, have some moments down the stretch here. Jose, for me, was a guy who hadn't really had a day like that until today. Is it rewarding, exciting for you all, for him to get a chance to get a turn on that today?
Yeah, he hasn't had, based on the other guys that needed opportunity, he hasn't had a ton. But when you look at his overall numbers, he's done a nice job with the opportunities given. So today, this is a guy that makes a lot of contact. You know you're going to get a professional at bat from him. But today, that was awesome. I mean, draws the walk there. That's a big at bat, and then drives in two. So, yes.
Your thinking on Nolan getting that ovation and what it meant and how you felt when you've seen it all unfold?
Yeah, there's uncertainty going into the offseason as to what this is going to look like, and I wanted to make sure he's done a lot for this organization. We're talking about a Hall of Fame player, and I wanted to make sure that the fans had an opportunity, if this is the last time, to acknowledge that and for him to have that moment. So I know he appreciated it. I enjoyed it. So, yeah.
And what about John's moment? John Mozeliak has meant a lot to you in your career.
He has. Gosh, he's meant a ton. And I said it on the broadcast. I was talking to Chip and the guys upstairs, and anytime you hold this seat or his seat, there's a lot of scrutiny. There's going to be a lot of things said, and especially when you hold it for that long, but you don't hold that seat for that long without being good. And as I mentioned on the broadcast, it's cool to see how many people he's had an impact on. The job is one thing, relationships is another. And we recently had a dinner in Milwaukee, and there's 27 of us in there, and all 27 at some point stood up and had something to say and thanked them for just betting on their potential or just handling a situation a certain way. So it just speaks to who he is as a person and a leader. So I'm extremely appreciative of what he's done here.
Ivan Herrera gets a 17th home run. What's your plan in the offseason for him as it relates to how he's able to work his arm and what your plans are there?
Yeah, there's a couple different angles there. The arm is one. The overall preparation game calling is the second one that he's very excited about. So we will come alongside of him and make sure that he's prepared and give him the best shot to do a nice job behind the plate. But he's going to go into the offseason making sure that his body is ready to do exactly that. So, yeah.
Oli, when we talked about some of the just guys finishing strong, when you one of them, what did you see from him today, just in terms of the stuff with where the velo was at and obviously the results of the strikeouts?
Yeah, plowing through that dead period there where Velo was not where we wanted it to be. It was hard for him to hold it. I'm glad we got to the other side of that because you look at I think he had 97, 98 today, which is awesome to see this late in the season. You look at the overall workload compared to his previous seasons, like we're getting to that line where he's done his job. So spun it well today, but the velo was there. It was fun to see him compete, but he's done a really nice job. Yeah.
Ollie, the attendance issue's been discussed ad nauseum, but in a strange way, do you appreciate even more the ones who chose to show up?
I do, because that's what a fan base does. You go into the season knowing that it's going to be a difficult one. There's going to be some ups and downs. You have some young guys you're going to battle with consistency, but they're playing the game the right way. I mean, we got 6 left, and I'd love for you to point out a game where the guys either let up or didn't go hard or didn't play the game in the way that we're used to seeing. So I'd like for them to be rewarded for that because they're taking their best shot. So to see the people come out, I want the young guys to feel what it truly feels like to play at Busch, and that's a big part of it. So the last couple of days has been a lot of fun. Yeah.
Finishes up with 44 home wins, 88 win pace at home. You look at that level of play and the ability to sustain that over a full season. What does that tell you about where these guys are, even outside of what the growth might look like?
Yeah, there's a lot that goes into that. I like where a lot of our young guys are. And you look at the rotation, we had some hiccups there, with certain guys, and you try to clean that up. But for the most part, man, you look at the guys that you wanted to have more clarity and answers, and you have those. You really do. So I like the progress. Credit to our staff. They're passionate about teaching, and I think we've made progress in a lot of areas. Yeah.
Has Herrera cemented his status with his season that he had? Was he one of the guys who grabbed this opportunity? Ivan?
No doubt about it. Yeah, I know. We knew we had a good hitter on our hands, but he's continuing to show that he can be very consistent, and he has a solution for a lot of different pitches. He takes a professional at bat, has a little juice in there, but just also great hitability. So, yes, he's done that.